We're here in the Local Studies Department of Cork City Library, the top floor of the Grand Parade building, and I'm going to talk to you today about one item in our collection which is very topical, very seasonal. It's the Cork Halibo. So here you have our 2020 edition. Now the Cork Halibo began in 1897. It was first published by a newspaper called the Cork Weekly News, but is now owned by the Evening Echo. And we have it in paper form starting in 1924. So this is our very first issue, and it was not long after the burning of Cork. So it was an interesting time in Cork's history, and even so, we have adverts on the front page for Roche's Stores and the Munster Arcade, two of the most notable shops that were badly affected by the burning. The adverts make very interesting reading. We have an advert for presents for men. Men like gloves, socks, pyjamas, umbrellas, ties and handkerchiefs. So you could say what changes. And of course children, reflecting the times, dolls, prams, toy cycles, horses, presumably rocking horses, engines, scooters, mechanical toys. And this little piece here, probably the star of the show, beautiful dolls with closing eyes. So that was probably the latest in doll production. And here we have our prize competitions and lists of winners for poetry and short stories. And one of the winning poems, I'll just read you the last verse. It was sent in from a John Cronin in St. Anne's Hill, Blarney. And it goes, the title of the poem is The Home of Santa Claus. I'd like to know the hiding place of this very funny elf. I'd also like, dear editor, a guinea for myself. This poem will be sure to win if you will overlook the flaws, and I'd like to know, dear editor, the home of Santa Claus. So he does feature among the prize winners, John Cronin. And now I'll just show you some of the panels that are behind us. It's an exhibition about the Halibo produced by the Evening Echo, and we have some interesting stories. The Halibo gave the opportunity to local artists to feature their work, and certain artists like Shorla McCanna and John Wilson, their work occupied the cover for a few years in succession. The one nearest to me is depicts the Wren Boys. So that's still a very strong custom in Kerry. It continued a strong custom in Kerry and Cork, whereas it faded in much of the rest of the country. And if we just look over here to the left, we have a very much a modern day artist, Cork artist, by the name of Will Sliney. And Will Sliney is a leading artist for Spider-Man. He works for Marvel Comics. And Marvel released him in 2016, it's the Hollybo's 2016 cover, to design a cover featuring well-known Cork personalities. So you might just take a look at that and see how many you can guess. These are part of an exhibition by the Evening Echo, put together by the Evening Echo, and they will be on display in Blackpool Library in the new year. So that's our little tour through the Halibo, and it is a staple of the Cork Christmas. I suppose it's best described as a miscellany of Cork Christmas. As Christmassy for Cork as a spiced beef. Local Studies here in the Central Library probably has one of the most important collections of the publication in the country. And with a circulation of 50,000 last year, it's obviously not going to fade away anytime soon.